the Joycelyn Talk Show. And you know, it's your host, Joycelyn. I want to send my gratitude to my sponsors for the show. L2K Fruity Yogurts, always sponsoring. Magnet Pastries, my popcorn master, Mandy Palace Popcorn. Thank you so much for always sponsoring the show. And also to my producers, Krista Bolanani, Hetia Ninja, and to Pios and Mata. I'm so grateful that you guys are on board. Today, we have another professional in the house. You know me, I always bring you the best. So, we have a professional in the house today, and he's going to help us to tackle a situation that one of our sisters is so worried about. So today we are going to talk about a story, not a story as in a frame-up story. No, this is somebody's personal life story she has shared with us, and we want to see how best we could go on and help her. So with me today to discuss this story is no other than our own counselor. He's also an actor, and he's a senior lecturer at Central University, Accra. He's then again the senior pastor of Shoreword Power Ministry. And I know by now you know who I'm talking about. So with me today is Dr. Israel Nyako. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Hi Joycelyn, I'm happy to be here.
I'm so glad you're able to make it.
Yes.
How was your day?
Good. Started. But I've managed to pick the pieces.
Okay.
It's good.
That's fine. So before we start, what's your word to our people out there concerning the COVID?
COVID is real. Across the world, everybody has had to become very careful about COVID. It's surprising many people still believe that it's not real, but this thing is real. And all I will say is that your personal protection is in your hands. I'm wondering why the police and the military must ask you to protect your life. Even if you believe it's not real, the things they are asking us to do are basic hygiene things. Wash your hands frequently, sanitize your hand, use your mask, and don't touch your eyes, nose, and ears. If you have to wash your hand before you do that. I think these are basic things. And for some of us, it's not new because I remember the sanitizer I started using, I bought way back. And so and it's always in my car, I've always had one in my car. So when this whole thing came, it was not new. Washing my hand frequently is something I do very often. So, but the COVID-19 is so real. It's killing people. If someone around you has not died, in Africa, until you look somebody you are not serious, you don't take warning seriously. And so please out there, just be careful because COVID is real.
COVID is real, no matter how we see it.
Yeah.
No matter how they portray it, whether government or whether pastors or whoever around us portrays it, know that it is important for yourself and not for just Ghana.
A quick one. For the Volta regional minister to come out and say, I have COVID and I've recovered. Now, Dr. Lecha is a medical doctor. And
you wouldn't lie about that.
Yes, and so he should know what he's talking about. And so that one alone should tell us that this thing is real. And medical doctors are dying out of this. Sure. Nurses are dying, health workers are dying. Please stay safe, protect yourself.
So once again, our venue today is Sky Plus Hotel, right here in Home. If you have not visited Home before, don't worry, there's no problem as to where you sleep. Just drive all the way to Sky Plus. Your Google will even help you. And it's a very conducive place to be. As I said, we're coming to help a sister out today. She sent me a letter or a text telling us to help her with certain issues. So we're going straight to read our story or our letter for today. So please pay attention so you could also help us to digest this. So Doc,
yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. She said, Dear Joycelyn, my name is Emanuela and I'm a 26-year-old lady. I and my guy have been dating for 3 months now. 3 months now, okay. So Joycelyn, I would deny that within this 3 months, she has he has proven to be a very caring, loving, and wonderful boyfriend. My main reason for writing to you is because he has recently proposed marriage to me, and he seems so serious about it. He is 32, but gainfully employed, whilst I am doing my national service. Actually, I thought it's too short since it's been just 3 months and I'm not even working. What should I do? Because I don't want to lose him. How long should one actually date before accepting a proposal? So that is our story for today. Let me just take it again. So she said her name is Emanuela. She's 26-year-old, and then she and her guy have been dating for 3 months now. Okay, so she said the guy is very loving, very caring, and wonderful. For this 3 months, that's what she has seen about him. But her whole confusion is that, is a 3 months not too soon for her to accept a proposal, or for him to even think of proposing? And he's 32, by the way, gainfully employed. Should that also be considered? So, Doc, her major problem is 3 months not too short for a proposal?
No, Joycelyn, Emanuela, just stay cool and listen to what we are going to discuss, because I would share a lot of personal experience.
Okay, that's fine.
3 months, it's not bad. You can meet a guy today and he can decide to propose marriage to you today. There's nothing wrong with that.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with that. You know, with some of the things that we experience or we want in our relationship are conventional. But sometimes you may go out of the convention, and you have to meet a guy, you have to be going out, crashing on each other, smiling, chatting. These days they say we are talking, and then you have to be talking for maybe 6 months. Then one day you will come and with a flower or a car or something, kneel down and propose to you. It's so beautiful, it's romantic, it's lovely. Some of us didn't go that way. Emanuela, 3 months, it's okay, but you have to know the guy. Now, let me say quickly that proposing marriage to somebody doesn't mean you are marrying now.
Sure.
Good. And so, you can meet somebody today, you can meet a lady, a guy can meet a lady today and propose marriage to the lady today. That, to some extent, shows sometimes that the guy is serious. For some guys, yes, for some guys, they use that as a joke to get to sleep with the lady.
Exactly.
But for some people, it's serious. I didn't propose love. I proposed marriage the very first day. Yes. That is why I said.
Your wife?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I proposed marriage the first
Okay.
day. And it was based on some conditions which I'm going to explain.
Okay.
That is why I'm saying that 3 months, there's nothing with 3 months, there's nothing 1 day. It can even be 10 years. There's nothing wrong with the duration. What matters is that you know each other. Before proposing to my wife, I had known her.
Okay.
I had known her within a space of, I had known her from 2005 up to 2013. I had known her.
As a friend?
Yes, I had known her in the home. I had known her at the workplace. I had known her. Actually, she had worked with me before as a secretary.
Okay.
So I had known her. And so I don't need to now go and propose, start a long process. We've known each other. We've had a lot to do. She's crossed my ways. I've crossed her ways. She's related to me as a boss. And she knows what I'm made of. I've known the kind of person she's made of. And so when I wanted to marry, a friend of mine came and he said, "Look, Charlie, you are struggling to look for a lady. Why your secretary is good?" And I said, "Well," he said, "No, my friend, let's not talk about it." He said, "Look, don't sit down here for somebody to come and marry that lady." What I'm saying is that you need to have known the person. Then you can propose marriage at any time. However, in Emanuela's case, her fear is genuine.
Okay.
Because this is somebody she has barely known for 3 months. And so, she doesn't want to lose the guy. So Emanuela, go ahead, accept the marriage proposal because somehow you feel you love the guy now. However, accept the proposal and give yourselves time. You know, the day from proposal to marriage is a period. So you can propose marriage to somebody today, but we are now going to prepare for the marriage. And so, yes, I've accepted your marriage proposal as a lady, but we have to study the system. In the course of all that we call courtship is preparation for marriage. And so, yes, you have accepted his marriage proposal, but discuss with this guy that you don't want to lose. That, look, I've accepted, I love you on the surface. I want us to marry. I want to be your wife. However, let's take some time to prepare. Preparation for marriage doesn't only mean buying agotesi and now and then going to see the family and all that. It has to do more of both of you working on each other psychologically, getting to know each other. And so immediately I would say, Emanuela, since you love the guy, and you know when a lady says she loves you, she loves you.
Yes. That one is true.
She has considered the basic things and realized that you've got what she wants, and so she loves you. What she does not know from there are the deeper things. You need to get to know this guy because Lucifer was very handsome. Lucifer is very deceptive. Lucifer doesn't come with guns in his hands. He always comes as a gentleman. He went to Eve and said, hello, I'm happy to meet you. Are you the Eve? Wow, you know, you look different from me. If Lucifer had gone to Eve with guns and weapons, Eve wouldn't have given Lucifer audience. He managed to coax the lady, had a conversation. I believe it was not a one-day conversation. It took time, and one thing led to the other. So what I'm saying is that you may meet a Lucifer that looks very nice and has got on the surface all the things that you are looking for. But it will take you time to know what his real agenda is. So because Emanuela doesn't want to lose the guy, accept the proposal, Emanuela. But talk to the guy that you need to prepare. And you don't only prepare by buying stuff. You prepare psychologically. You prepare by getting to know each other. So yes, my first answer is 3 months, there's nothing wrong. But marriage proposal doesn't mean we should marry tomorrow.
So what if the guy is, well, according to her, the guy is gainfully employed, meaning that he might be ready to marry anytime soon. So what if he is ready to marry, let's say 6 months after she accepts the proposal, or 3 months after she accepts the proposal? By
then, Emanuela should only go into the marriage if she satisfies herself that she's comfortable. You see, now she's scared because it's 3 months. She's asking whether 3 months is not too short. So she's scared. By the time she's agreed to go to the altar or to do the traditional marriage with the guy, she should be satisfied that I'm okay. I know this guy to some extent. And so you see, sometimes people ask, how long should one date? How long should we court before we marry? But you know that the answer lies with you. When you are ready to marry, you know.
Okay, when you are ready, but
yes,
you wouldn't know whether that person is serious about it.
And that is why courtship is very important. You would have spent some time getting to know the person. You would have spent some time talking. You would have spent some time provoking one another to see the anger level of each other. You would have spent some time knowing how stingy or how free-giving the person is very important if you want to marry any guy. Look, if you want to marry anybody who is not giving you during courtship, please advise yourself.
Oh, okay.
It's going to double
I think I'll draw on that part.
Yes.
So it means that in courtship or in a relationship, sometimes you need to test the guy by asking for things. Or you just want to sit and see whether he himself will make attempt to buy you things.
You sit and see first.
Okay.
A romantic guy should not wait for a lady to ask before he gives.
Okay.
I put that on my WhatsApp status yesterday, and it was boom, fire. But
okay,
part of romance is giving. For God so loved that he gave. If any guy comes around you and say, I love you as a lady, and you accept that love, and subsequently doesn't care how you fare, what you eat, how you live. I'm not saying you should come and pay your rent, but you should care about how you live. Where do you live? Whose house is that? You pay your rent. What do you feed on? How do you eat? Your basic things. You shouldn't ask him for him to do for you those things. That will later be translated into your marriage.
So what if he said he was testing you?
There are guys who will not give you until you ask them. By upbringing, if you ask them, they will give you. They will give you genuinely. He cannot test you forever during your courtship.
Okay.
Okay? He cannot test you forever during your courtship. And so he should show you signs that he's generous enough. He's ready to give. Look, generosity is one of the things. I have had to counsel a lot of people for marriage. And one of the biggest issues I'm dealing with, Joycelyn, is the stinginess of our guys. Most guys are tight-fisted. Oh my gosh.
But he would say that women are too materialistic.
You know, and pardon me, men out there, pardon me. But I don't believe in, for instance, my personal principles. I don't believe in sharing responsibility with my wife. I don't believe in that. It's a personal philosophy. I saw my grandfather marry 5. I saw my grandfather build a big house, accommodate each of the wives. Each one with their bedroom and their kitchen. I saw my grandfather taking care of all of them. There was never a fight. When my grandfather speaks, everybody goes to bed. The house was peaceful. That was an idol worshiper, a fetish priest. Peace in the house. You know why? He provided for everybody. He took care of all the wives. If Christmas time, season, you will see him buy, if it is a goat, everybody. He gives everybody fair. There was peace in the house. I saw my father. My father does everything. The house, what we eat, everything. My mother just administers what my father brings to the house. I grew up with that. I lived with my uncle. I saw him do the same thing. So I don't know whether it's tribal, but somehow, by my upbringing, I don't believe in sharing responsibility with my wife. However, if she wants to support, she's welcome. I don't have a problem with that. If I go and she says, oh, this, the part of things I send to buy credit. Take the money, say, no, I've paid for it. I'm cool. However, I see all that as my responsibility because a man must provide for the family. If the income is not much, what do you do for money? That's why a man must make money. You see? So, from the word go, what we are saying is that the guy should show you signs. By that, I'm not saying don't share responsibility. We live in a system that things are hard. So, if you have to do this for your husband to do this, why not? You are in this together. And so, I'm not saying women should not support their husbands. I'm saying that I personally don't believe in sharing responsibility with my wife or my partner. If she's ready to do, and my wife has always been ready to help, and I don't have a problem with that. However, I see them as my responsibility. Remember, she came as a helper. And so she should be ready to help, but not to share responsibility. When you share responsibility with your partner, you are sharing authority with your partner.
I always say that.
Interestingly, I said I believe I must bear the responsibility. And that is why I believe also that marriage is not a democracy. Marriage is a totalitarian institution. The man is in charge.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm saying, you like me in one thing, you disagree.
Yes.
So that is how I believe. I believe that marriage is a totalitarian institution. The man is in charge. That doesn't make you subservient. That doesn't make my wife a dog. That doesn't make a toy or my subject. That doesn't make me a bully. What it means is that because I'm in charge, my decisions carry a lot of weight when it comes to finally pinning on something. And I believe that has been the concept. Check through the Bible. That has been the concept. The original concept. That's why God said the man is the head.
But now, men always want women to do this, if I provide this, do that.
That's what I'm saying, that it's because of the system in which we find ourselves.
And then they don't understand it when the woman says, okay, help me also sweep the room.
Yes.
If I'm helping you take care of the house financially, they should be ready to help me take care of the home.
Yes, and we are not, most men are not ready to do that.
Yes.
We don't want to wash, we don't want to cook, we don't want to clean. Even the baby, we don't want to hold the baby. We don't want to change diaper for the baby. And
so where will I help you? You will not help me.
Well, so you see, this whole thing is about. But so let's go to Emmanuel.
Yes.
And let's not even go that. So Emmanuel, we are saying that go ahead, accept the proposal of your guy. You love him from your tone. You love you just falling in love. And it's a beautiful thing to fall in love. Go ahead, accept the proposal so that you don't lose him, but give yourself time. You see, because with time you may notice some things that need to be worked on. Otherwise, Then if you go ahead to marry this guy with the speed he wants to marry you with, then get ready for two things. You are going to do marriage and courtship at the same time.
Okay.
And it's difficult. I have had one threatening case like that recently. The guy and the lady didn't know each other. They met, and they started having sex. And then pregnancy came and they had to marry. Okay, very dangerous. So they married because their parents insisted that the guy marry, and they married. So now they've had to combine courtship and marriage. In courtship, we get to fight, disagree, agree, argue, and all that. Then we get to know each other before we go on to marriage. And so by the time we marry, you know how argumentative I can be. You know how silly I can be. I know how naughty and stubborn you can be, and that kind of thing. They didn't experience that. They just went straight to marriage. So they are now combining the two. They are now marrying and courting at the same time. Or courting and marrying at the same time. So they have to have. In courtship, we break up. I don't know whether you experience it. In courtship, I can break up with my then girlfriend now, go and come back and reconcile. That kind of thing. In marriage, it's dangerous to be breaking up and reconciling because you are doing with a covenant in marriage. You are doing with covenant, and covenants are dangerous. You have to say, I've divorced you, and then tomorrow you say, yeah, it's dangerous. But in courtship, let's separate, let's break up. Courtship, there's no covenant in courtship, but there is covenant in marriage. And so now they have had to divorce one another and come back. And then I'm like, it's not healthy. Particularly that you have kids in the marriage. So that is what Emanuela should look out for. Again, I want to say that if the guy loves Emanuela, then the guy should give Emanuela time to prepare psychologically to marry or for the marriage. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians, love is patient. If you love somebody, you are patient with the person. So if he loves Emanuela, he should be patient for Emanuela to be ready. We don't marry because I am ready. We marry because we are ready. You see, it's not because my family wants me to marry. It's because I want to marry and you too are ready to marry.
No, that brings me to this question. At what age should a lady start dating?
Oh, most ladies get matured very early. By 18, most ladies are matured. But you see, it's because of that thing we call preparation. Sometimes you have not completed school. I believe that a lady in a tertiary institution, by 20, most ladies are grown. They are growing. Alright? So if you have a boyfriend at 20, 21, 22, I don't have a problem. But you should do that with a lot of caution. And you should do that with a lot of care because it can be.
So, as I was saying, at what age?
Yes, so like I said, the age for ladies, normally I would say from 20 if you have a boyfriend, because you see by 20 you would have been under apprenticeship or you would have even finished learning a trade or you would be in a tertiary institution if you meet a guy who is.
Madam, do you know that at 20, if you go and tell your parent that I'm dating, you'll have a problem with you?
Yes. I know exactly what I'm saying. To sit on the media and tell a lady that get a boyfriend at 25 will be hypocritical. In my line of duty, I've seen even ladies 18, 17. They do it secretly.
But that's the most dangerous.
Yes, you see, so I always, anytime I have the opportunity to speak publicly about these things, I don't go too spiritual. I want to sound as social and natural as possible. So the safest I would say is that 17, 18, 19, you may still be struggling to find a footing. You may still be in the secondary schools, getting to the tertiary environment and all that. But 20 makes you a bit more responsible. You will know, and you will start, by 20, you start getting careful. All right? That's for ladies. But for guys, honestly, being a man, for guys, please wait for 25. Because you see, responsibility, relationships come with a lot of responsibility on the guy. And that is why most young guys go and impregnate somebody and deny it. Because when the person still has a lot of catching up to do psychologically. And so he goes into a lady, they are joking. You know, for most guys, relationship is fun. And for most ladies, relationship is business. Serious business. And so that is where most girls should also learn to draw the line. That if you are dating a guy, it's fun. It's fun. Guys see relationship basically as fun. In fact, most men see sex as fun. Most ladies see relationship and sex as business.
Yes,
that is why
they have sex with you, they feel you're supposed to be committed.
Yes. That is why that informs that. That is why for a lady to open up that I want to have sex with you, she would have considered a lot of things. So when the obvious happens and you run away, they get very disappointed. Because you see, she told herself that, okay, the big I know this guy will not run away from me. All for beginning to come, and then the guy is not running, so she feels so hurt. You see, but for the guy, you know, and that is why you will impregnate you and say, you should have protected yourself. You see, so ladies should know that for guys, relationship and sometimes sex is fun. And that is why you should, for a lady to, if I will tell ladies like if you have to go out, look for a mature guy. Look for a guy who is ready to be responsible. Not just jokes.
But there's some guys who are young, but their maturity level is even higher than.
Thank God you said maturity. Maturity has nothing to do with age.
Okay.
By the age of 18, I was in charge of my life. By the age of 18, I completed my first special Hope Polytechnic at 20. And by 2021, I was in charge of my life. In fact, by 25, I had done wedding.
Oh, wow.
But that failed. Because I was not prepared. I rushed to do a wedding for a lady because I felt I didn't want to fornicate. I was a church boy, very active, and so I rushed into some marriage. It didn't work. And so my marriage now is the second marriage. And so I really took a lot of time to mature, to remain prepare work before I entered into the relationship. So yes, so there are guys who are young, but they are very mature. They are responsible. They are ready to stand up to task. Right. So Ella should go on, accept the proposal, but take her time to prepare.
What should be the ideal age difference between a guy and a lady for the marriage?
5 years is not bad.
Okay. Because she said she's 26 and the guy is 32.
5 years is not bad. 26, 32, that makes it how many years? 7 years.
That's okay.
That's 7 years. 26, 34, 32, 6 years. So 6 years is not bad. 10 years could be considered.
Okay.
But beyond 10 years, then get ready for the obvious.
Obvious, which is?
Because if the guy is 30 and you are 20, by the time the guy is 70, you'll be 60. If you are 50, the guy will be 60. Have you seen it? It's not that bad, but depending on how both of you grow and develop. Most ladies, after giving birth 1, 2, 3, would grow, would develop physically to match the man. But where the guy doesn't take care of himself and he grows too old, you know, it could really have a problem. Again, sometimes by the time, if you are 20 now and he's 30, by the time you are 40, all right, he's 50. You may be in your prime when it comes to sex, love making. At 50, most guys will start dropping in libido. And so you would see that compatibility. And sex in marriage is very, very important.
We always downplay it.
Yes, a lady who is 40 would want more sex than a man who is 50. The man is already getting tired. Especially if he's a man who didn't take care of himself, did a lot of bad. By 50, he's tired, he's wasted, he's dropped in libido, his interest is gone, and all that. And so I always say that 5 years is not bad. Between 1 year and 10, it's okay. But above 10, the Lord will with you. I'm not very sure of that. Yeah, but I don't normally subscribe for above 10 years difference. I'm not comfortable with that. Some people manage it. It works. I know somebody who is 20 years older than the wife. You know, they are fine. They are living together. If you see them and you are not told, you don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes. In other words, they are in my church. You will not know. And they are getting on well. As for the bedroom, I don't know what happens there. But facially, on the surface, they look good. They get on good.
So her next problem, which is more or less going to be our last question, is she said she isn't working now. She's just doing national service. And there's no, it's 50-50. She may get job, she may not get job. So if you're preparing to marry as a lady, is it really compulsory that you should be working before you marry, or you can just marry without being a worker?
It's always good to have a source of income. I'll give you two scenarios. You go ahead, Emanuela should go ahead to marry the guy without a job. The guy would be the type who would take care of everything and doesn't really care, right? Pay up the bills, give her upkeep money, take care of everything. He's a cool guy. He doesn't have a problem. She should accept the proposal. They should start the process, and then the relationship should end somewhere without any marriage. You can imagine what will happen to her. She'll be out of the relationship without an income. So it's always good, having gone to school, put the skill you are acquired in school to some job. So it's good she gets some job. And that should be part of the discussions they will have. You should have with the guy. And the guy should be reasonable enough to understand that, well, Emanuela wants to get a job. She wants to finish her service, get a job, and then be able to also support the home, you know. And if it's a reasonable guy, they should be able to touch that. And so yes, it's good to get a job, particularly in the kind of world in which we live. What if the man loses his job someday? It may take Emanuela to help. So I believe that a lady must have something doing. If not about getting a white collar job, she should start a trade, a business, an entrepreneur, something that will be giving her income so that she will not be idle at home. Housewives are not having a lot of fun today. And so it's good that she gets her hands doing something. And that she wants to work shows that she's industry conscious. And so the guy should reason with her to get a job. The young man should have a lot of patience for Emanuela. One of the things, apart from a guy being generous to marry you, watch his patience level.
Okay.
Any man that is impatient, is in haste to marry you, has an agenda. Either good or bad, has an agenda. You see, if he marries you with that kind of speed, remember, just get ready. He's going to rush you through everything. He's going to rush you through giving him a child. And warn you if your pregnancy doesn't come on time. So he's coming as he's a speedy man. And you say, please, can you give me 1 year? Can you give me 6 months to prepare to marry, to be your wife? No. If you love me, we have to marry now. I can't wait. My family, my church, my pastor.
That's a red flag.
Okay, it's dangerous. The same way is in haste. When you marry and things are in haste in the home, just cope because you allowed it. So Emanuela shouldn't follow this haste, this speed. I have had one serious man like that. There's this guy who met the lady, and in 1 month they wanted to marry. 1 month, and they threw all caution.
You were not even friends.
No. They didn't know each other from Adam. You know.
Just 1 month.
Yes, my brother just connected you to me, and that 1 month space, we want to marry. Trust me, the marriage is down. They really married, had a plush wedding, and the marriage is gone now in 5 months.
5 months.
5 months.
Wow.
And I was like, what is the speed? So, as ladies, don't just get infatuated and get excited that somebody wants to marry you.
I think guys really use that line more now. I want to marry you, then you feel like, hey, I'm a serious guy.
Oh, it's an old line. It's an old line, Joycelyn. It's an old line. Ladies, don't be deceived by the
I want to marry you, then it's so serious.
No, there should be no desperation. Look, the man that is destined to marry you will marry you. It doesn't matter what. Okay? So, just relax. There was a lot of pressure on my wife. Get married. But I decided that we study each other for a while. And so...
The first wife or
no, that's my second wife. That's for the first one. We rushed into it. The second, so I'm talking from a lot of experience.
Okay.
We took time, 3 years into the 4th year before we married. And I was telling her, I used to tell her, exercise patient, I'll marry you, I'll give you a good marriage. And it was so, because I wanted her to prepare, to make sure she was not getting prepared. I had a master's degree, and she didn't even have a first degree. And so I said, look, before you be my wife, get a degree. And so it was a condition. The family, aunties and co were putting pressure on her, you are growing old, get married. And I was not pushed at all. I decided to exercise a lot of pressure. And I told her, look, we are not marrying because of somebody. We are marrying because we love each other. So, now trust me, we married. And it took us 5 years to have a baby. We married in 2013. My baby is 1 month, 1 year, 2 months. And so when the baby was not coming, I told her that this is why you need a man with patience. Else I will go and bring you a baby from outside. Else I'll push you out of the house. Because I also have pressure to get a baby. My family was also putting pressure on me. So it's always good to get a man who is ready to exercise patience. So one of the things Ella should study in this guy is that he's patient enough. Look for a guy who is generous, very kind, ready to help with the little he has. There are many guys who tell you, yes. If I have 100 Ghana and I cannot give you 10, if I get 1 million, I will not give you. It's a spirit. Giving is a spirit. It's not how much you have, but it's what you have. And so look for a generous person. Look for a patient guy. He wants sex, and you said, "Can you give me some time? I'm not ready. Can we stay? Can we do?" He doesn't want to negotiate, and there's a problem. So it's good. Ella should accept the proposal, but discuss with Mr. Gentleman.
Okay.
They should agree. They should study each other as part of preparation. Whilst they are buying the things, they can use 2 years to be buying the things in bits, and in the process, learn from each other. Do the quarrels, do the breakups and reconciliations, so that we don't have that in marriage, and get to know each other. It's very important.
So, as I told you earlier, today I'm with our counselor, and he is a senior pastor at the Superword. Shoreword. Yeah. Okay, so, and he's also a senior lecturer at Central University. So you can imagine he's a book doctor, a lecturer, a counselor, one person. So you could just understand the kind of person I have with me today, and he's speaking wide from experience, not from book. So I hope you have learned a lot from today's episode. So Doc, any last words to our viewers and to Emanuela?
Relationship is good, marriage is good. Get the right person. Take your time. Get to know each other. Don't make unnecessary demands of yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself in a relationship. Sometimes we expect too much of ourselves. Take it easy.
So, thank you for staying tuned to the Joycelyn Talk Show again this week. And thank you also to our counselor for doing justice to our conversation today. As I said, please do not allow the pressure from society, from friends or whoever push you to making the wrong decision when it comes to marriage. I always say that there is little you can do when you marry, but there is a whole lot you can change now that you're not married. So the show is always before you say I do. We're trying to blend the positives and negatives of relationships together. So stay tuned again till next week. It's bye-bye.